Hello, thanks for joining us on a webinar training on how to use your back office. My name is Ori Young. I am the Chief Operations Officer here at B. Young Essential Oils. The purpose of this is to help those who have been with the company or those who are new to the company to understand what the purpose of their back office is, how to access their back office, and how to use their back office. There's a lot of very important tools in here, especially if you're working towards collecting a compensation check from B. Young. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right in and dive in and kind of talk about some of these things to help you understand what you need to know to really take advantage of your back office. First thing that I want to point out is this current month volumes. This is one of your biggest tools if you're trying to collect a monthly check from B. Young. That would be your Infinity bonus. Specifically, that's what this widget is showing, is your qualifications for the Infinity bonus. Now, what's nice about this is this shows you at any given time, day to day, where you're standing as far as if you're qualified as an amethyst or a topaz or a ruby or a sapphire or an emerald or a diamond. And how you can tell if you're qualified is you see off to the side here it says GVQ 1000 equals an amethyst. Well, if this volume over here is at least 1,000 or more, then you know that you reached the 1,000 to be an amethyst, so you know that you qualified for an amethyst. So let's take another example down below. GVQ is 5,000 in order to equal topaz. Is this amount 5,000 or more? Well, yes it is. So therefore, qualified as a topaz. And you can do that all the way down. GVQ for ruby is 10,000. Do I have 10,000 or more? Yes, I do. So I'm qualified as a ruby. If you go down and look, GVQ is 25,000. Do you have 25,000 or more? If we look over here, well, yes, you do, or yes, this rep does. In this case, we're using a test rep. It shows B. Young, and this is just test data that we have in here to help you understand and see how this works. But in this case, you can see that because it has 25,000 or more, this test rep is qualified as a sapphire. Well, what about an emerald? Is this test rep qualified as an emerald? Does it have 50,000 or more? No, it doesn't. It only has 32,000. So therefore, you know at this day you are qualified as a sapphire. And in order to get to an emerald, you got to increase this so it can equal that 50,000. We'll go over and talk about how you can kind of help increase that amount in your Infinity if you're trying to get to a rank, and we'll do that in later trainings. But I wanted to show this current month volumes widget because it is so vital to you understanding where you're at any given time during the month on your gem ranking. So if you're trying to get to a rank in the Infinity bonus, this is the place that you want to watch. Hands down, this is the spot. Don't look anywhere else. Come to here and watch it and see where you're qualifying. This is updated on a nightly process and is accurate. What this shows is exactly what you are qualified for. So make sure you're watching this if you're trying to get to a gem ranking. Okay, some other things here is it shows since your last visit what has happened within your organization or what has happened within your back office. Some nice things down here is the quick links. You can quickly click here to get into a new order. This would be your order. Or if you want to enroll someone, you can click on the enroll new, and that'll take you to a new site that has your sponsor. In this case, it's the test rep B. Young, and you enter in your information. It's automatically going to associate them with you in your organization. Also, you can see down here we have some company news. This news will be updated and will help you to see any new things coming in. Also, we definitely encourage you. The most recent news is always hosted on our byoungeo.com. So always check on byoungeo.com. Get familiar with that site and see what's up and coming. I'm not going to really go over feeds. Feeds is a pro feature, and if you don't have Revolution Pro, it doesn't really apply to you. But pretty much what feeds are is if there was ever a tweet or if there's ever a Facebook posting or anything that would be social media, some type of feed to that, it would appear there so you can follow what's going on with B. Young and their tweets and be able to follow up with them. The showcase feature here is a pretty nice tool that you'd probably want to get familiar with. The conference calls, we are currently going through and reorganizing them and recategorizing them and making them simpler. So it's kind of, in this tutorial, I apologize, it's going to be a little messy to look at, and I apologize about that. We're currently fixing that. But this here, in the showcase, is where you can access your conference calls. As you can see, it says conference calls of 2012, and you can go through and pick your topic. So alternative options for disorders. That sounds interesting. I'd like to see what's in there. So if you click on that, to the right hand side over here, you can see all the options for that. You can click download to listen to it, or if you want to download it to like an MP3, an iPod or something like that, you can right click and you can go to save target as, and it will save that file to your computer, and you can just put that on your iPod and have it wherever you go. So that's a very nice feature to have, and something that you'd want to definitely pay attention to as we update conference calls. You can also access the conference calls at any time on byeotools.com. In the trainings portion of the site, it has all the conference calls for there as well, so you can access those. One other feature with the showcase, this is a pro feature once again, so if you don't have Revolution Pro, you won't be able to see it, but there is the showcase option that allows you to see any videos that we've posted up here. Right now we don't have any new videos, and like I said, this is a test rep, and so it shows just sample image and sample presentation. But if you go down to presentations here, it does have a couple of videos. We have the 2011 convention recap and the boot camp videos in there, and we can update those as we get new videos, which we will be having fairly soon. One of the other great features with Revolution is the opportunity for you to communicate with your downline and your organization. We went ahead and sent some emails in from different reps, just kind of have test data here for you. But if you have a pro account, you can not only get mail, but you can create mail. You can go in here and you can click on get mail or create mail, and it takes a little second to load usually. It's kind of slow. And then you just type whoever's in your organization. In this case, let's type in Donna. See if it can pull open Donna. I'm just trying to find a name in here. Maybe 1003. Now it's not seeming to want to work for me here. Sometimes within the browser, and this is actually kind of a good thing to see, sometimes the browser doesn't work the best, and what I've noticed is that Internet Explorer doesn't tend to work the best with this platform. If I were to pull open my Google Chrome, which is just a different type of web browser here, I'll go ahead and pull that over. If I were to open the same exact site in Google Chrome, I think that's the password. There we go. So if I were to open this exact same site, just in a different browser, in this case it's Google Chrome. Let me close some of these down so we don't get you confused. And do the exact same thing. It tends to work a lot better. So if you're having some problems and it's not working very good, what you might want to do is try downloading a different Internet Explorer. What I found works best is Google Chrome. Firefox works really good. Aurora Explorer works really good. Even Safari works pretty good. For some reason, Internet Explorer, just some of the features, it just doesn't work very well. So if you're having problems, try downloading a different browser and see if that solves the problem. But anyway, so I can now click on, Donna Anderson here if I wanted to, and I could type a subject, and then I could go ahead and type a message to her. Hey, Donna, how are things going? And then I could hit send, and that would send it to Donna's email within the Revolution. So she'd get a message within Revolution, and she would also, if she has it set up, she would get a text message on her phone stating that she's received a new message from you, your upline, and she would also get an email message stating that she has a new message waiting for her in Revolution. So it's a great way to stay connected with your downline organization if you don't have their direct information. You can just come to here. Everyone that is in your organization will be in here, and as you can see, I can open this up and it'll keep on giving me names that I can look at. So if you keep opening up, you can see your whole organization and send it to them. Now if you want to send a mass email, that is a really great tool as well. You go into your organization tab here, and I believe this is a pro functionality as well. So if you don't have pro, you need to have pro in order to do something like this. But what you do is you click on reps. So if you come over here, organization, click on reps, and then you can go ahead and select what you want to email. So let's say in this case you want to email the people in your organization who has less than 40 PV, which would mean they're not active in your organization, and you want to send them a message. All you have to do is check mark that area, hit send message, and it's going to pull all those people together for you. As you can see, less than 40 PV. You can type in the subject whatever you want. Hey, just noticed you haven't ordered, or however you want to word it. then you can say, hey, in case you missed out this week, there's this awesome sale going on. We have the whatever kit going on for, you know, $80 and 40 points. Just thought you might be interested. This is an exclusive kit and thought you might want to be involved and know about it. You could go ahead and type that. Everyone in your organization with less than 40 PV would receive that, and if they have it set up in their account to receive a text message or receive it to their email address, that would come to them and they could be able to see your message informing them about this kit. So it's a great way to stay connected with your organization and help those who maybe aren't active or aren't recognizing some of the cells to be able to recognize those and have an opportunity to move on them. So it's a really great feature. You can email your whole entire downline. You can email those with less than 200 PV, and you can even make your own managed groups if you want to. So if you want to take certain people and put them in your own group, own emailing group, you can do that. So it gives you quite a bit of functionality. And like I said, if you're trying to build your organization, you really want to have Pro, because you don't get this feature without Pro. So some of the features that you'd have is you could look at your commissions and those things, but as far as managing your organization, you're going to lose that opportunity and lose that functionality. So it kind of leaves you, trying to do it by yourself, which is kind of difficult. Okay, one of the other great features is if you have a Revolution account, which any any sharing partner with BeYoung will have one, you can come into here, and Pro users can actually subscribe to Upline's calendars and have those specifically colored and posted for them. But if you aren't a Pro user, you can at least see your Upline's calendars. It won't put it in color coordination or anything like that, but your Upline who are Pro users, they can come in here and they can post a new event, and it'll pull up in the subject. You can type in the subject, so meeting in St. George, Utah, start time, all that stuff. You put the location that you want, 2087 St. George Avenue, and put your description, whatever you want to put in there. And you can even go ahead when you're a Revolution Pro user, you can create your calendar that you want it to go underneath. And then you go ahead and hit save, and it's going to go ahead and post that. I'm not going to save on this one, but it'll post it on your account, and everyone in your downline will be able to see that event when they come into their overview. It'll be posted right in here where it says see more events. There'll be a little event thing that pulls open and shows them what's going on within their Upline's organization and what events are happening. So if you have events going on, great place to go in, post your event so your downline can see it. So a great tool. But once again, in order to post that event, you would need to have Revolution Pro. So if you're wanting to get your event out there so your downline can all see what events you're doing at what time within their back office, you would want to upgrade to Revolution Pro. The Customers tab here is a great tool. This is an area where you can import leads, you can type leads, add leads. So for instance, if you did a Facebook campaign and you want to make sure that you don't lose your leads, you can come in here and you can type in your lead's name and the information and save it to here, so you can come back at a later time and view what those leads were and contact them and work with them. So it's a great opportunity for you to put your leads into your back office, and when you have time, come back and contact those leads. When you put a lead in, it'll appear here within your leads area, and you can send a mass email to all the leads that you put in, or you can send it to a group. So it definitely helps if you're trying to create leads and work your organization that way. Okay, so let's go back into the organization tab here. If you go into your organizational tab, there's a couple of great graphs in here that I want to talk about for just a few seconds. First off is your current month unofficial gem rank. As you can see here, your current month gem rank is a Sapphire. It's showing that you're currently ranked as Sapphire. This one shows your downline recruiting. In this case, it's showing that it's down quite a bit from the last 6 months. Your personal recruiting, it shows how you've been doing. Your sponsored official rate, I already showed you that one. But you can kind of go through each one of these and kind of get an idea of what is going on within your organization and what you've been doing in the last little while. Some of the other great features here is you can see here it says latest reps enrollments. So you can see here these are the latest reps that enrolled, and they enrolled in this case 2/12/2013. I can click on all of those, send them a message, mass email, say, hey, welcome to Be Young. I'm your upline. I'm really glad that you're here. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and you can type all that information in here for them. Then what you do is just hit send. It's going to send an email to all of them within their back office. If they have it set up, they'll receive a text message, and they'll also receive an email message in their personal email address. So great feature, great tool. Once again, this is a pro feature. So if you're building your organization, you want to have pro so that you can be able to have these opportunities to contact and work with the people who have just enrolled and make it very easy and simple for you. Okay. This tab here, Downline Report, is a great tab to have, great tab to look at. This tab helps you to see, kind of what's going on within your organization. This is just another view of that. These ones are a little more complicated to look at. I recommend if you're trying to look at your downline, you go into the graphical genealogy here. This graphical genealogy will pull open a more of a matrix type fill here, and you can see how this all looks. Here you have your holding tank. Right now it shows that my holding tank is empty. Your holding tank is a place where if you don't know exactly where you want to sponsor someone, but you want to sponsor them, you can sponsor them and have them go to your holding tank. Basically, it's kind of like limbo. It's a place in between where they're sponsored and where they're placed in the matrix. So you have, I believe it's 14 days from the time that they're in the holding tank to place them. After that, it will automatically place it for you in the next available position. Some of the other great tools in here would be your downline auto ship report. You can click on this and you can view who in your downline has an auto ship, how much it is, when is it going out, all that information. This tool here, Bonus Qualifications, is a great tool, a tool that you should definitely come and look at if you have questions on if you're qualified or not. Basically what this does is it takes the information and puts it into a very comprehensible table for you and says, okay, what is active? Active is to be considered active in the commission period. You must have 40 PV in the qualification period. Am I active? Yes. So it tells you that you're active, tells you what your personal PV is. Once again, this bonus qualification is geared towards your infinity bonus. So this is going to tell you if you're qualified as a gem rank in the infinity bonus. Now as you can see, it goes through and says, am I an amethyst? Yes. Am I a topaz? Yes. Am I a ruby? Yes. Am I a sapphire? Yes. Am I an emerald? No. And it'll tell you why it's not an emerald. It'll give you the definition here, and you can recognize what you're lacking. Kind of the same thing you saw on the overview page, but if you're not for sure from the overview page, you can click on bonus qualifications here, and it will display in a very simple yes or no option for you where you can see whether you're qualified or not. Okay. So let's go into our orders. This is another great tool for you. You can look at your personal orders here. So if you click on personal orders, that would pull open your orders page, and you can see all the personal orders that you have placed. It has graphics, and you can see the tracking number and all that. Same thing with customer orders. If you were to click on customer orders here, it would show to you your customer orders and what they bought, how much it was. You can view the order details here. You can see what it was, how much it was. You can go in and click track order, and it has a tracking number, and you can see if it was delivered. In this case it was. So this gives you a great tool if your downline is having some problems and they're not seeing some of their packages. You can step in as an upline and say, hey, well, let me help you out here and see what's going on, and you can go in there and track it yourself and have that ability to be the right hand man for them and see what's going on and make sure that everything's okay. So it gives you great tools ability to help out your organization. You can click on all orders and see all orders, all these different things. Auto ship, this is your auto ship. So if you click on auto ship, it tells you that you're currently not enrolled in an auto ship, and you can add a profile. So the orders tab is a great tab to have. I would encourage you guys to get in here, kind of look at all the different options and see what you can do. It's pretty self-explanatory though. Just shows you personal orders, shows you customer orders, show you your orders and everyone else's orders. This will allow you to place a new order. So it kind of just goes through those different steps there. Now your commissions tab here, this one here, and once again this is test information in here. So this will show you your different commissions, what the commissions were, how much you got paid in those commissions, what was the pay amount. If you click on this here, it shows you how much you got paid in the infinity bonus, how much you got paid in the matrix, if you qualified for for a gem pool bonus and what it was, and your processing fees. So this shows you what your different payout commissions were. You can click on volumes as well, and this will show you your volumes. I would caution you guys, extremely caution you, don't use the volumes to see if you're qualified in the Infinity bonus, because what this is doing is it's pulling the volume from, as you see up here, genealogy placement. This is your matrix volume. Has really nothing to do with your Infinity bonus volume, because your Infinity comes just from your personally sponsored reps, so it can change the volume. So let me show you. If I click on this and go to sponsor, you see how the volume changed. Let's look at December. December's at 68,000 as a sponsor volume. If I go to placement, is at 100, or it was, well, it was at 68,000 as well. But it was a little different. So 68,075 as a sponsor volume and 68,310. That could be the difference between qualifying and not in some cases. So I'd encourage you not to look at these to see if you're qualified. Basically what this portion is for is to just show what your total organization volume was. This is including, you know, personally sponsored customers, your personally sponsored reps, customers that they've personally sponsored volume, just any volume from anywhere that's coming in from your organization. So it's not necessarily giving you an accurate look at what your qualifying volume is. So it's a great tool to see what your organization is producing, but not the best tool to see if you're qualified. So don't use this one to see what the qualifications were. Use the widget on the overview page and use the bonus qualifications within your organization tab to see if you are qualified or not. Or you can even do it here within commissions. There's another link, bonus qualifications, to tell you where you were. And in this case, this one doesn't give you the yes or no answer, but it will simply show you within that ranking, within that month, the yes or no answer. So it won't necessarily pull open the yes or no like the other one did on the current month. You have to select which month you want to view to see if you were qualified for that month. So great tools there. Last few things I want to show you is your profile. If you click on my profile, this is where a lot of settings are for you. You can come in here and change your password if you want. You can edit your profile. I'll let this kind of load. So you put in the current password and then your new password, edit profile. You can come in here, and I think you can come in here and change the information in here and make it different. You can go in and edit the picture. In this case, there's just a picture of the Be Young family for the test rep here, but you can go and choose a file and upload a picture that you want in there. It does have some dimensions here. You need to make sure you keep it within 150 pixels wide and 150 pixels high. But you can upload a picture in there. This would be your replicated site info. This isn't really current, isn't really going to do a whole lot for you at this point, because we have change the replicated site information and where the information is hosted. So anything you change here really isn't going to do a whole lot for you. Shopping profiles. This one is one thing that I really wouldn't worry about, but you can come in here and enter in shipping addresses that you want to have in there, different profiles that you could just easily select between within the shopping cart. So you don't have to type in a different profile each time. You can just type in the profile here, and then when you're shopping, you can change it out that way. And that's pretty much all there is to it. That's your back office in a nutshell. One other thing is you have your print shop. This is a great tool. Takes you to places where you can purchase brochures, you know, different types of selling tools, books, brochures, X-stands, pads, business cards, and all of these, most of these, you can customize for yourself. One last thing here, settings. This is pretty important. This is where you can come in and ask and tell it to give you notifications. So you can say, hey, I want to receive message notifications, and I want to receive them on my email. I want to receive it on my dyoung at byoungeo email, and I want to receive an SMS text message whenever I receive an email from my upline or whenever something happens with my organization, I want it to send it to this number, and I want it to go to my carrier. You need to select your carrier, AT&T, whatever you have. And then what you do is you hit save and continue. It's going to ask you the same thing for your alerts. That's just going to be any new social media alert, any new messages. So you just basically do the same thing. You put in the preferred email address that you want, you put in the phone number that you want, and you hit continue and save. And then that will set it up for you so that you can receive messages not just in your back office, but any messages sent from your upline, any new alerts, Facebook or anything like that, it will send that to your email and also to your phone. And if you want to access your back office on your handheld device via iPhone or Android or Windows Phone or tablet, the instructions are here within the settings. If you click on iPhone instructions, it tells you how to get it on your iPhone. If you click on mobile web instructions, it tells you how to access it from your mobile device. That is your back office, guys. That's a quick look at what the back office is, how it functions, what it's doing, and how you can use it. There's a lot of great tools. What I'd encourage you to do, take this overview and jump into your back office, look at the different features, and get familiar with it. There's a lot of things I didn't cover. Just want to give you a good basic background and allow you to get familiar with the interface for yourself. So once again, thank you for joining and listening to this call. Look forward to further calls that help you understand how to use your back office. We'll be posting those up soon. Thanks again, and goodbye.